Hey, what do you know? It's Versus. We're back. I'm JWMaher, and that's Will Cohen. Again, I'm probably going to say this like every week. Not the worst movie I've ever seen, but like, wow. Will,
you're right. This isn't this isn't the worst we've seen, but you know how you said the last film that we watched, you at least saw that there was effort being put into it.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that effort here?
I think, if you want my honest opinion, somebody on some point in this production was doing effort, and then somebody came in and like played a prank on this dude and like edited his movie wrong. Like, I think that's it, right? Did you notice, like, well, first of all, let me say what we're talking about. This is Ghosts of Goldfield, which, like, yeah, you're reading that poster correctly. Kellen Lutz is in this movie, and he has a pretty big part in it.
And so does Roddy Piper, which I'm shocked at.
Roddy Piper delivers a Roddy Piper performance. There's other people in this movie who are of note that like aren't necessarily known to be actors. Like Chuck Zito's in this movie. He delivers a Chuck Zito level performance. And then Joe Bob Briggs is in this movie in like full prosthetics as like an old man for like 5 minutes. But whatever. And then it's mostly just like younger folks. But for starters, they put all the exposition right before the credits.
George Winfield, the largest of the mining owners and one of the most politically influential men of his day, decided to build the Goldfield Hotel.
Yeah. Like that goes in the beginning of the movie, guys. That goes in the beginning of the movie. What the fuck?
And then there's like exposition at the end of it too, which we'll get into, which makes the film even make less sense than what we had just seen.
It was one stormy night in 1935 that truly changed its history forever.
Yeah, like getting like, well, I guess Kellen Lutz really wasn't a name at that time, because like Twilight was the year after.
Right. We're still early on.
I mean, I still knew who Kellen Lutz was because I enjoy watching the occasional shit movie. And so getting him even at that point was still took some kind of effort and convincing. But it's like, it feels like once the film's like started being made, all the effort kind of went by the wayside, and I'm just very confused by the final product.
Hey, did you know the main character who plays Julie Marnette Patterson is the voice of Lucy in a bunch of the Peanuts cartoons?
I told them we were filming for the Discovery Channel.
They got her too. Yeah, like later stage Charlie Brown, like we're in spring training Charlie Brown. She's Lucy.
Okay, that's still really fucked up though.
Yeah. But regardless, like this is like the plot is the plot we've seen so many times before. We have 5 20-somethings. They are a paranormal investigation team.
Do you guys know that psychics even believe that the hotel itself may be a portal to the other side?
Hotel's closed though, right?
And they fuck around and find out. That is basically the weird thing is like the makeup of the team, right? You've got Julie, who's like the face of the, like she's the one she's like the host.
Or the woman he supposedly killed, Elizabeth.
Then you've got Kellen Lutz's character, Chad. He's like the producer type, I guess. Like he's
right.
Like he's the main camera dude.
Grab a stick mic in case I want to narrate something. All right.
Dean is like the technical guy.
Well, we're not going to be that far. Besides, I got to do the audio.
Then the other 2 people are just along for the fucking ride. Mike is your typical, like, I'm an idiot who scares people guy.
You asshole!
Oh, come on, I got you. And I got you too.
And then they have a kleptomaniac. Kerry. That's the crew.
Pretty much.
Like why you have a kleptomaniac on your crew, I don't understand. But she is all about like, I'm going to steal shit and sell it on eBay. That's her whole character arc. It's like, and they go, apparently, I mean, I'm guessing the way, this is like so many other like B horror movies, like this must be like a real place and a real thing. Like the Goldfield Hotel, I imagine, is a real thing in Goldfield, Nevada. That's closer to you than me, you tell me. But it makes all like the errors of like somebody just wanted to write a movie about it, because there's a line in this movie where they say the hotel is off of I-95.
It was one of the most luxurious hotels between Chicago and San Francisco. Now it's just another abandoned property off the I-95.
I-95 is over here. I-95 is in New York. Just a minimum of fact checking. We're nowhere near I-95 in this movie.
So it's not I-95, it's US 95. So
okay.
So there was a if they said I-95, they misunderstood, and like that's what
they definitely said I-95 in the movie.
Okay, then yeah, they were speaking incorrectly. Based on a Google search, which partially it's AI or whatever. It says the Goldfield Hotel is a historic, famously haunted 1908 classical revival structure located in the former boomtown of Goldfield, Nevada. But apparently it has its own like Wikipedia page.
Okay, so this is one of those like Amityville thing, or like the Clown Motel movies. Like we know Clown Motel is real. And this place is real. So like they just have to cash in on every freaking haunted site like on Earth in these stupid movies. So basically like these 5 go there like, and they do a bunch of throwaway stuff. Like they're supposed to be staying in a hotel, but then Roddy Piper's character is, there are no hotels around here. Like what the fuck are you talking about?
There ain't no hotel within 100 miles of this place.
And then they convince him that they could stay in this hotel, even though this hotel is haunted and he knows it's haunted. And they kind of never really say like who his character, like is his character supposed to be like a ghost too, because he looks just like the bartender from 100 years ago. Like I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
I love you so much.
And this is exactly what I was saying at the beginning, because like I feel like there was an opportunity to kind of explore these things, because for all I know, that was the same bartender. In the before and after, or if it's the descendant or something. It's like this film is like is short enough that they could have taken an extra 2 minutes to give that kind of explanation. If they're going to like give as much exposition at the beginning and the end that they do to fill the time, they don't need that.
Yeah,
all they have to do is just give reasonable explanations and shit in the beginning, like in the middle of the film, and you don't need the stuff at the beginning or end.
And I understand why that was. This movie is like 87 minutes long, but it takes like over 60 minutes for like anything to start happening. Like they're driving to the town, their car breaks down. They walk through the cemetery, they get to the town, they go to the hotel, and then they just fuck around in the hotel for like 50 minutes. Like it's just like, what's going on?
And like, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't there like flashbacks in between, like like when they're like talking about the story, like all of a sudden like there's a little flashback. So I mean, we hear like voices occasionally, but that's about it.
And okay, the backstory is that like this one lady that was in the hotel, which is apparently her name is Catherine, and like she was in a relationship, not having an affair. She was in a relationship with Chuck Zito's character, who is George Winfield. He's the owner of the Winfield Hotel. Like that they're together, but she has an affair with Roddy Piper's character, who's like the bartender. But also, Julie's descendant was like a chambermaid there, like a maid there, and like she like unravels the affair, which causes the owner of the hotel to like torture this woman and kill her baby. And it turns out like her ancestor is the one that did it.
Mr. Winfield, I am writing to tell you about an illicit affair between Elizabeth and Jackson Smith. The baby is not yours.
Which is, this is always a fucking plot point in this movie. Like 0.00001% chance that this girl's gonna be in this specific place at this specific time and have the specific artifact that has to do with the death. It's like beyond belief. I can't suspend my disbelief this much.
Yeah, it's all a bunch of ridiculousness. Like, again, if you're gonna like say that like this is like Julie's ancestor was the one who did this, are you going to are you going to explain like why why we now know this, like why she's like doing this? Like, doesn't that seem like a little coincidental, especially since if she's doing this much research on the Goldfield Hotel, wouldn't she know that?
She should have figured that out. Yeah, right.
But you see, there's a lot of things in here that just don't make any sense. That like asking like 2 questions would invalidate everything. Like, you mean to tell me that like the person that they lied to about them being from National Geographic, he couldn't make a call,
right?
He couldn't ask for the credentials to prove it. Especially since like it's very clear he doesn't want to be on camera.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like the whole setup is weird. Like,
yeah,
why is anyone even in the town at all? Right, but like, and also the layout of the hotel doesn't make any sense. You're telling me they built the hotel over open mine shafts? Like you can literally go to the basement hotel and just walk into the mine. Who the fuck does that?
Yeah, again, like everything about this like makes no sense. Like, now, granted, I've never been to the the Greenfield Hotel, so I have no idea if that's actually a thing. I don't know if they actually filmed this in the Greenfield Hotel.
I think they did, because in the credits, which I watched the credits, it says it's shot on location in Goldfield, Nevada. So, I guess
it says it was shot in Greenfield, so in the city, but it does not say that it was shot in location at the hotel.
Yeah.
So for all we know, like the hotel, like I didn't read, I just skimmed over the Wikipedia page, so I have no idea if this is even like still up. It says it's historical, so who the fuck knows? But
well, the outer of the building looks like the outside of the building in the movie, so I'm guessing they did, because I doubt they could afford to reconstruct it. Yeah, it isn't. This is the same building.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So they had to have gotten some kind of clearance, and like maybe like to get some kind of clearance, like they had to like say, well, here's the historical truth at the end of the film, which they drone over like so quickly.
Yeah, the 5 minutes of exposition at the end of the film, like you didn't even need it. Like it's like at that point, who gives a shit? And the funny thing is, like, so this ghost is like a real, like, it's not even a ghost, it's like a revenant, because it becomes physical form and starts killing them like crazily, like chops the one girl's fucking head off.
I'm coming.
And then I think my favorite thing is Mike, the prankster dude. Like I think the movie was edited poorly, because there's a scene like where it looks like he gets killed.
You're not George.
Right? It looks like he gets killed, but he doesn't get killed. Then the next scene, he's like in bed with his shirt off, and the Elizabeth is like coming in the room, and he says, "I don't fuck dead chicks."
You want a drink? No? Whoa, hey, I don't fuck dead chicks, all right?
To her. It's like,
yeah.
Well, first of all, if you that's not something I would say to like a killer zombie, but he does.
But you see, this is the one thing that like bugged me about the other film that we watched last week, where it's like that scene is so jarringly out of place,
right?
And so jarringly like does not fit with the tone that it's like, why was it even there in the first place? It's like, yeah, like I understand that. Maybe they were like, oh well, we need to push this over 80 minutes to make it like feature length, but it's like, why? this makes no fucking sense. It's like, it's so ridiculously stupid. I don't understand what the hell's going on.
And then the last 3 people get chased around the hotel. And like, the one guy, Dean, falls down the steps and he dies. And and she chokes Kellen Lutz's character. But then they capture Julie, and then she becomes like, she has to go through Elizabeth's torture.
I'm gonna make sure you never see him again.
And then like Kellen Lutz's character Chad, like, kind of in the spirit of Winfield, inhabits him, and he tortures her, and then the movie ends. But it cuts to a scene where like Roddy Piper's character, like, you think he's gonna save her, but he's just watching.
Yeah,
like, like, okay. Again, it's just, this is the typical ITN thing. Like, it just ends. It ends bleakly and abruptly, and you do not feel any kind of satisfaction.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Did I miss anything?
No, I don't think so.
All right, let's get into it. I don't know what you rated it, but like, I'm happy to see Roddy Piper, and I'm happy to see Joe Bob Briggs, and I'm happy to see Chuck Zito, I guess. But like, this is not a movie. This is some. I'm telling you, I think the director got into a fight with the editor, and then the editor somehow like snowed the director and said it was edited fine, and they just put this movie out of this because there's errors in this movie. I'm at a 1.5.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to verify because I opened the wrong app. I'm pretty sure I gave this 1.5 as well, though. Look, like, it's good that we had like some of the, it's good that we got like some of the casts in here. Sure. It's fine that, that's the same shtick that we see over and over again with the same thing, because with horror films there's only so many plot points you can actually get. After a while, all plots are going to be made into films over and over again. But if they would have taken as much effort as it took to get these named people in there with the script, this would have been a better movie. And it's like, and that seems to be the ITN thing. Like, the weird thing, like, I will say the most jarring thing about this thing that really threw me off when I watched this is that the ITN logo was not on this at all. And I found that to be really fucking weird, to the point I wasn't even sure I was watching the correct movie.
Well, these are older ITN movies, so I don't think they were doing that imprinting.
The last one did, though. Bad Reputation absolutely did.
Right.
Hell, even that first one from 2004 that we watched, that one had it. So it's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, 1.5.
Yeah, fair enough. Next week, Will, what if I told you? You're almost as old as I am. Do you remember the Jerky Boys?
I do remember the Jerky Boys.
Okay, so you got Johnny and you got Kamal, right? What if I told you Kamal directed a horror movie?
I would be terrified that that's actually a thing.
Yeah, it is a thing, and it's called Rapturous, and we'll be covering it next week. It's about a white rapper that goes on a killing spree, allegedly, or something like that. But there's a devil in the picture too. I don't know what's going on. I am a fan of Terrorist Pizza. Like, that's maybe the greatest thing Kamal's ever done. But
wow.
So that's the bar. Can he beat Terrorist Pizza? I don't know.
Wow.
We'll find out next week. Anyway, if you made this part of the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group at Why We Love Horror. Check out the Letterboxd challenge right there. And that's it. Until next week, I'm John Maher. That's Will Cohen. We have another bad movie coming next week on Versus. See you then.